Pranked you. Thought something was wrong with the video, didn't you? You probably didn't. I gotta get better at doing this. Prank Kids is a deck that I'm actually surprised I haven't seen more of. I remember all this talk happening on day one. Everyone was saying, man, OP, you gotta build Prank Kids. They're gonna be the meta. And I said, you know what? I kind of like how these birds look, so I'm gonna build Tri Brigade. But still, this archetype did interest me as being a combo deck that was leading up to kind of building up a monster. Very similar to some other decks that build up to King of Calamities and stuff like that. People have kind of said that Prank Kids is somewhat similar. So I was very curious about the deck, and man, let me tell you, I say it all the time, it gets redundant, I know. This deck is fun. If I were to perfectly describe this deck, I think this is absolutely a deck that is easy to pick up but hard to master. And to be honest, if you are interested in this deck, it's actually pretty cheap too. Except my version is a little expensive. I know there's a lot of URs in this deck, but let me just tell you, you don't even need half of them. It's true. Watch this. This right here is the core to Prank Kids. As you see, that's 18 cards, bro. 18. Technically here, I'll even give you this because we're not running 3 Roxys. There. That's the core. All the other cards I got are literally extras in this deck. So whenever you see this, don't freak out. And I'm going to explain why it's like this in just a second. So if you're getting into Prank Kids and you want to know a few things about this archetype, let me tell you. Without getting overly complex, here we go. Prank Kids is a 1-card combo / OTK deck. Any of the Prank Kids, including their field spell, can lead you to a full combo to get out your main boss monster, which is Butler. You guys like Raigeki, you guys like destroying everybody's monsters, well, Butler does that as a quick effect. Of course, he has to tribute himself, but the full combo to actually get out Butler will end up putting a Meowmoo in the graveyard, which will allow us to use this as the tribute cost instead of Butler on our opponent's turn. On our turn, we still have to use Butler. But hey, it's still pretty good. All the Prank Kids special summon other Prank Kids, apart from themselves. And each of them have a unique effect. Fancies sends a card from the deck to the graveyard. Dropsies will give you 1,000 life points. Lampsies inflicts 500 damage to your opponent. And Roxy's will banish a card in your hand that will allow you to draw another card. However, if you are going to play this deck, there is a few cards that you definitely will not like. One, of course, being Max C. With this deck special summoning so much, Max C is a very big counter. Also, Ash Blossom. Very, very annoying because Ash Blossom can kind of completely just cut off this whole deck. And then, of course, Nibiru, because you're definitely going to special summon more than 5 times. There are ways to play around each of these that you can learn, and very technical combos that you can learn to help with this deck. There's also another thing that you can do as well. For one, you can run Call by the Grave to help counter Max C and Ash Blossom. And then for 2, there's also another card that you can run that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, which is actually Cross Out Designator. This card is insane, by the way. How this card works is that you're able to target one card in your deck and banish it. Then that card that you banished, you negate the effects of that card for the entirety of the turn, including if it was already activated in a chain. Let's say your opponent activates Ash Blossom, that's chain link 1. You have Crossout Designator in your hand and it's on your turn. You can activate Crossout Designator, banish your Ash Blossom from your deck, and then guess what? Ash can't uwu no more. Which means that this deck, if you actually didn't want to focus too much on hand traps and you also wanted to still get use out of Crossout Designator, you could technically run only one of each. I don't know if I fully recommend that. You can experiment with it if you want to, because I do use these hand traps still in this deck because they do help me quite a bit. But you only need one in your deck to, of course, activate Crossout Designator. This is the deck list. This is what we're going to be running in today's video. And you can change this up. Like I mentioned before, it's a very flexible deck. Add in what you want and go crazy with it. So I was going to show you guys your basic turn 1 play to do with this deck. However, I do it so much in this video that I think you guys can just get it by watching the gameplay and not me having to fully explain it. The reason for this is because, well, I just edited that part where I fully explained it to you and it was like a 10-minute long part. If you want to learn combos for this deck, there will be 2 guides down below in the description that you can read that will tell you how to combo, and they'll go into a lot more depth about each card than what I did. Also, more than half of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you could sub, I would greatly appreciate it. But now, on to everybody's favorite part of the video, OP's mediocre gameplay. Oh, you loved it. Wait. Whenever people let me go first, this instantly starts giving me PTSD. So we're going to go terraforming. He doesn't activate any... Wait. Really? No Ash Blossom, Maxi, or any? Wait, he has a 55 card deck. Is this Aroma? We're gonna add a Fancies to our hand. By the way, with Prank Kids Place, you usually always want to add Fancies if you haven't activated them yet, or you haven't normal summoned them or special summoned them in some way, because you're gonna want to send your Pandemonium to the graveyard. You either want to make sure he's the normal summon or the first special summon most of the time. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm curious about is that if this guy's not playing what I think he's playing, we have the Ash Blossom, we have the Nibiru, so we do have stuff to counter if he has something. Like, if this guy tries to Nibiru me on my turn, well, I hate to break it to you, fam, I gotta cross out Designator with your name on it. As always, you know, this is just the regular turn 1 combo. We're gonna activate Dropsies and then chain link to Doodle Doo. As always, chain blocking to make sure, you know, he can't do anything. And then the card that we're going to add from our deck to our hand this time is going to be Prank Kid Pranks. Now we're going to activate Doodle Doo's effect, tribute itself, always grab Pandemonium, and then grab your boy Fancies. Look how happy he is. Activate Prank Kid Pranks. Get rid of the Fancies we just drew because it's completely pointless to us. I don't think I want to go into another Doodle Doo here. And there's no real point for me to. So I'm just going to go into Bow Wow Bark and then go straight into Dropsies. Fancies, my bad. The reason for this is because I don't really want to banish any of my cards. I guess I could banish an Ash Blossom that's in my hand, but there's no real point to. I don't need to activate Roxy's effect here, so I'm just going to special summon my Fancies onto the field. Set our Pandemonium, set our Designator, and then we are ending our turn. Activate the effect of Prank Kid Pranks, and then we're going to shuffle back our Doodle Doo and our oh shit, there is a point. Oh Lord, I thought I could select 2 and then that's it. I have to select 3. We're gonna send back Dropsies because we're gonna draw Dropsies. Watch, big brain play. We're gonna send back a Dropsies because we're gonna draw 1. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Did he just kaiju me? Wait, is this a kaiju deck? So we're gonna activate Bow Wow Bark's effect here just because yeah, I don't want to lose that. And then we're just gonna add these 2 to our hand. I don't know exactly what I'm expecting here because he's summoned twice. I don't know if your Monster Reborning. Grabbing my Bow Wow Bark? Danger, danger. You know what? No, we actually want this to happen because we want to use the boy. Let me think. Is there a way that I can win this turn? I think there is. Oh, there absolutely is, actually. Okay, I have a big brain play here. Summon Butler onto the field. And then also, by the way, this is a really cool thing you can do. You can chain the field spell at the end of this so they can't activate anything to it. You have priority throughout all of that. Okay, and now we're going to special summon I think Doodle Doo here. We could activate Doodle Doo again. And then what this will allow us to do is that we can grab our other Pandemonium. Because we can use this multiple times in one turn, by the way. Oh, we already had one in our hand. Oh, I guess I could just grab 2 Prank Kids then. Whoops. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fusion summon Weather Washer. And then just end the game like this, I think. And we're going to activate Prank Kids Pranks, by the way. And then just send Roxy's. For a token that's completely pointless. So we're going to attack with Weather Washer. And then attack for game.
And that's it, baby. That's a Prank Kid win right there.
And look at that, 5-game win streak with the boys. Oh, Lord. The Prank Kids are going a little crazy, man. A little crazy. Oh, well. The win streak was fun while it lasted, boys. We're going to activate Terraforming here because you see it, right? You see what is on his card art. He's going to let me do it. Let me ask you something, Chief. What about if I activate a Prank Kids Place? Oh, you're going to let me add it? Okay. Respectable. I could Pandemonium here and then fusion into something, but I don't think I want to. So instead, I think I'm just going to do the regular combo route and go from there. Activate Fancies. Oh, is it your Ash Blossom? Is she ooh-wooing? Oh, look, there it is. It's too bad I'm already 3 steps ahead. And then what card do we send to the graveyard? We don't need to send Pandemonium, but we might as well send a Pandemonium. And then special summon a Lampsies onto the field. So here's the thing. With Doodle Doo, we actually don't need to grab our Prank Kid Pranks because unfortunately we drew it. So what Doodle Doo's like first effect here, if it gets negated, and if his second effect gets negated some way somehow, I don't think it matters either. Because see, we have all 3 of our Pandemoniums here, and this is like the part of the deck where I'm not too familiar with, because I don't know if it's actually worth to get out other monsters, or if it's just better to just go with the regular turn 1 and just get Butler on the field if possible. We're gonna activate Roxy's and we're gonna banish our Pandemonium in our hand to draw another card. We get a Monster Reborn, which isn't too bad. And of course, ending with our fancies. And then we are going to be setting our Pandemonium. Well, if he has Lightning Storm, I am going to be so upset. In our turn, activate Prank Kid Pranks. And then give me my Doodle Doo, my Fancies, and my Roxy's. I'd have to ask somebody that knows the deck a little bit more if it's... So what we're going to do now is we're going to just activate everybody's effect. To be honest with you, I may try to set up for Totally Awesome next turn. What does this do? Dragon Maid. Spell a trap card from your hand. I don't know exactly when I should activate my effect. He has Dragon Maid Hospitality, which I think means that... Okay, he's linking... Okay, so he links someone into Sky Dragon. So we're not even going to let his effect go off. Okay, I'm going to have to chain Battle Butler to this again. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I didn't have my toggle on. He's going to special summon that dragon he just sent. And that thing can't be destroyed by card effects. Oh, wait. Yes, it can. Because he doesn't control a fusion. He doesn't control a fusion. Okay, we vibing. We big chilling. We are having a great time at the moment. But what I was saying was that let's say if you want to counter Access Code Talker. The way how you counter Access Code Talker is that on his summon, you can't counter his additional attack bonus. But if you play with your toggle on, don't play with it always on, but if you toggle on whenever Access Code Talker gets his buff, you can then activate your Butler to destroy the Talker. If they don't have any other card in the field, they can't negate Butler's effect at that point. They lose Talker. We have a few options here. First and foremost, I'm going to see if he has like a Ash Blossom in his hand. I don't think he does. And we're going to do Monster Reborn here. And then let's see, what was like the highest attack monster that he had? We could go into Talker. We could. Why go into Talker when we can just end it with Anaconda? Activate Anaconda's effect, pay my 2,000 life points, fusion summon into my Butler. If he activates anything, nothing. You gonna activate anything? Nothing. It's totally awesome. You gotta do something, Dragon Maid. Oh, it's already too late. Yeah, that was probably no lie one of the best decks that we actually went on a win streak with. I don't know if I would call Prank Kids a rogue deck because it is very, very strong. It is pretty good. You saw right there how you have to play around and counter stuff. A lot of cool stuff you can do. There's a lot of ways to outplay things. Unfortunately, we never drew our instant fusion. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to play this deck. A lot of outplays, a lot of combo routes, a lot of technical stuff you can do. I may make some iterations to this deck after this video comes out. Like, for example, I may just take out the Pot of Ds and add in polymerizations because I think that may be a little bit better to kind of help get out Code Talker in certain situations because I'm never using this most of the time. So yeah, there probably will be some iterations here and there that I'm going to go through, probably add some stuff, take out some things. If you guys have any recommendations, of course, put them down below in the comment section. But that's going to be it for this one, man. Thank you all for coming out. If you guys did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to check out any of my other deck videos, of course, they're going to be popping up on your screen right now. That's going to be it for this one, man. Thank you all again for coming out. Oh, and before you leave, don't forget to drink water.